So I wanted to let you all in on a little secret. A couple of months ago, I started doing online therapy through BetterHelp. Growing up, there was always a stigma around therapy, but I finally realized that it could be for anyone. Personally, I wanted to start speaking with a therapist so I could better myself for my marriage, my friendships, and my everyday life. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it is 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 25,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then, you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/wewannatalk. That's betterhelp.com/wewannatalk. Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome to a really short episode of We Want to Talk podcast where we want to talk to you about everything. I'm Kaylin.
And I'm Alyssa.
And y'all, I feel like we started out this way every time.
I know we do. We definitely do.
We're actually the worst is the problem.
Yes.
So, for one, before we even get started, shout out to our loyal listeners and the people who keep...
Because we're all over the place.
One day, we're going to be doing this really consistently. I think our main problem is Alyssa living so far away.
Well, and I don't even like to make excuses because I do come all the time.
Yeah.
But we run...
Well, you haven't in a couple weeks.
That is true. This was our birthday month. We run Ivy & Co.
Yes.
Things have been... We say this freaking every single time.
Yeah.
But things have been crazy in life.
They really have.
It doesn't stop going crazy.
Yeah. Alyssa was supposed to come last week, but she ended up going out of town, and so it's really been crazy, y'all. Okay, so once again, if you are someone who has been patiently waiting for episodes every week, and you have been there for us through thick and thin, we appreciate you. You're the reason why we keep doing this, honestly, because if we didn't get these listens, then we would probably just say screw it, and we wouldn't do it. But
right.
For this to be something we just randomly started, we get a decent amount of listens from y'all, and that makes us feel special that many people want to listen to what we have to say. So
yes, well said.
This episode was supposed to come out last week. Honestly, I might not even wait until Thursday to upload this. I might try and do this a little bit sooner since we're doing an update, but we'll see. Who knows what day you're going to be listening to this on. But we really just wanted a quick episode to release and just give y'all an update, kind of tell y'all everything that we've had going on, everything that we're going to be doing lately, or coming up, and really what we also have to do today is just come up with podcast ideas. I feel like we've covered so many topics,
especially heavy topics too.
Yes, we've covered a lot of heavy topics.
Yeah,
we wanted to do something today that was similar to the embarrassing stories and the creepy stories, but we just couldn't come up with another idea for it, and it's too soon to do another one of those. So I want to start this off by saying, if you have any and all podcast suggestions are welcome. We will literally take all ideas, and we have a list of ideas, but none of them were anything that we felt was right to record today.
We always do that. We'll be okay, so we'll plan for this one, and then we'll go to record it and be no, it doesn't feel right. And if it doesn't feel right, if we're not ready to talk about it, or if we're not in the mood to talk about it, then we don't.
Yeah, then we can't. We can't sit here and talk about something if we're not feeling passionate about it that day. Even something as simple as someone commented on my TikTok and was talk about, I know you just do your favorite TV shows, but talk about your favorite movies, and it's like that's just not given what we want it to give today. And
there's no value in that, honestly.
Yeah, we just need to be in the right headspace for every episode that we do. So please send in suggestions.
You can DM us on Instagram. We want to talk. You can DM us individually on our personals. You can send an anonymous email. Whatever you want to do is fine.
1,000%. We're open to any and everything.
Yes.
So, moving on, let's talk about some things that we've had going on lately. So, we kind of talked about this at the beginning of this episode, but Alyssa and I had our birthdays this month.
Turned 23.
And they were crazy. I think last episode was released the day after my birthday, and that was before the crazy weekend
we had such a good weekend. Friends came into town. We all spent literally the whole weekend together. It was a blast.
Yes. Alyssa ended up leaving that Sunday, and the rest of our friends were supposed to leave that Sunday as well. But that was Super Bowl Sunday. And one of our guy friends who was staying here, he woke up and he was like, so what are we doing for the Super Bowl? And we were like, I don't know. What are we doing for the Super Bowl?
I'm going home. I don't know what y'all are doing. I've been here for 3 days already.
Yeah, so Alyssa went home, but we continued our birthday bender for another day, and it was insane. It was fun. It was tiring, and that really wore, I think, us both out mentally and physically.
Those are the moments that I live for, though.
Me too.
We'll never forget doing those things and spending that time with each other, creating memories. So it was definitely worth it, but it was a crazy weekend.
It was a good weekend, yeah. So then the week after that was Alyssa's birthday, and Alyssa did come to town for...
I came to town the day before my birthday, or maybe 2 days before my birthday.
I think we had new arrivals.
We did new arrivals, and then on my birthday, I was at home. We just did... What did I do on my birthday? I know we did a family dinner. Yeah. And then the weekend after my birthday, we went to Jekyll Island and spent the weekend there. That was fun.
Yeah. I also went to the beach for a day last week. It was really fun. We both live in Georgia, and the weather here has just been, incredible. So we've been trying to sit outside, soak up the weather, and do all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So,
I've spent a lot of time outside in the past 2 weeks. So have you?
Yeah. Me too. I'm definitely getting a little bit more tan.
I'm living for it.
For sure. Another update, if you don't follow me on TikTok, you might not know what I'm talking about, but I am still doing 75 soft. I dragged Alyssa to the gym today. Usually whenever
she drags me to the gym every time.
I drag her to the gym, especially if she stays the night and then she's here the next morning. I drag her to the gym. So I want to do 44. I think we were thinking about whenever I finish it, doing a podcast episode over it and kind of talking about the benefits it's had for me. Talk about the difference between 75 hard and 75 soft. So
I'll drill you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Yeah. So if that's the episode you'd be interested in, let us know, because I definitely think that's something I want to talk to you about, because like I said, I'm almost 7 weeks in, I'm 6.5 weeks in, and the changes that I've already seen is just insane, and I can't wait to share all of that with y'all. Maybe give y'all some motivation to
I'm proud of
take care of your bodies.
Yeah.
So I'm also starting golf lessons in a week.
All adventurous over here.
I really want Alyssa to do it with me. I'm so excited to be doing golf lessons. We have a country club membership, and my husband does golf, but he just started a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. Not too long ago.
Yeah.
So he's still kind of learning and stuff, and so I was I went to the country club for lunch the other week, and I was it is beautiful out here. I think I want to go hit some balls.
It actually is fun.
It is fun. It is. The only thing that gets me about it, do you know you have to be or golf is a quiet sport?
Oh yes, absolutely. You didn't know that?
I mean, I knew that, but I forget every time. So Mike
you're loud mouth.
Mike and I are hitting balls, and he says something, and I turn around, and I'm like, huh? And he's like, I'm talking to myself, and I'm like, My bad. Are you sure you don't want to have a conversation right now? Because I am a talker, and so that's the only thing about golf is that's gonna get me. It's not being like a talker. Like
it might teach you a few things.
I don't think I like the things it's gonna teach me.
She wants to talk.
I do. I just, speaking of liking to talk, that comes with having to, even I have to have something like constantly to listen to. Like if I'm at home and I'm doing like dishes or laundry or cleaning, I have to have something in the background that's not music. And so I was actually going to bring this up. I was going to tell y'all, since we've been a little inconsistent, I was going to give some podcast recommendations for y'all also to listen to, some podcasts that I love listening to. So that's the reason why I brought this up, because I like to have something to listen to.
Yeah.
When I'm doing something around the house. I'm sure that comes with a lot of y'all, especially in the car. I like to listen to podcasts in the car too, but Alyssa might can relate on some of these. I've listened to podcasts a little bit more than her.
Yeah, I really don't a whole lot.
Yeah, I have 2 true crime and then a couple others I'll recommend. So for true crime, we have said this so many times before, or I feel like we've mentioned her before, but we are huge fans of Savannah Brahmer's Killer Instinct podcast.
Yes.
If you are someone who loves true crime, I love the way that she explains something. She doesn't give her personal opinion. She does give a lot of details, but not like documentary intense details. It's very just like the stuff that's important to know. She tells you the case, she tells you the facts.
And her voice is so peaceful to me. Like, she doesn't get on my nerves at all.
No, her voice is just so, like, calming. I don't know what it is. I just absolutely love her podcast. There's another true crime podcast that I love, though, and that's Crime Junkies. I'm sure everyone loves Crime Junkies. So the main difference between those two is Crime Junkies, you know, they have, like, a whole, like, crew of people that work for them that are actually, like, researching these cases and, like, contacting the sheriff's office where the case happens and family members of the victims and et cetera, et cetera. And so they are very heavy on the details, which I do like.
Yeah.
I do like listening to them, too. It took me a minute to get used to their style of talking, but I do really like it, though.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I've ever listened to it.
I made Mike listen to it, and he definitely likes Killer Instinct more.
Yeah, I love Killer Instinct.
Me too.
I don't know why I stopped listening. I used to listen on the road to Statesboro and back, but I think I enjoy my music.
See, I think because I work out every day, I listen to music every morning.
Yeah.
So I think when I'm on a road trip, or that's what I'm even saying, like when I'm in the house doing stuff and I want something to listen to, I don't choose music as my first option because I listen to music for like a full hour in the mornings. Yeah.
Now the podcasts were nice for wedding planning because we would sit on do a bunch of DIY projects and have the podcast going in the back. That was definitely
that's what got me started
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what got me into it. Actually, like a year ago, next weekend. Like March, 12th or something like that, a year ago, is when I listened to Killer Instinct for the first time.
How do you know that?
Because it was Brianna's birthday weekend. It was when we were driving. It's when she moved back to Georgia from Oklahoma, and she had Killer Instinct playing.
So she told you about
Brandon, before we get back to a podcast we like listening to, it was also a year ago this week that I started reading.
Wow.
I know that because when I went to Oklahoma, I was on my second or third books.
Yeah.
Maybe it was actury my fourth because it was when
Your
I was
memory is so good.
I know my memory is good, but I remember taking Ugly Love and Verity. Because I started Ugly Love on my flight there, and I was reading Verity.
How the heck do you remember stuff like that?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
I don't know how I remember. But anyways, so yeah, we're gonna have to end up eventually releasing another book podcast, but Alyssa hasn't been reading much, but it's okay. She's
I picked it back up.
Well, I mean, over the last few months, you haven't.
Oh yeah, I haven't.
You just picked it back up.
I just did.
Only on your third one.
But I just picked it up like,
you did.
Yo, I'm busy. I work.
Yeah.
I stay busy.
You do. But, okay, so away from true crime podcasts, I actually haven't listened to one of her episodes yet, but once again, we're not even friends with Savannah Brownmer, but I'm just like, I love her, so I'm just going to support her anyway. She has like a regular podcast out. It's like, I think it's called My Thoughts Exactly.
Yeah.
She just talks about different stuff, kind of like how we do. And so if you want someone else to listen to, she's really good. Lately, I have been, if you are someone who does read, so kind of back to reading, I have been listening to a podcast. I know Alexa Riley is one of the hosts, but when you look in the description, it says that Tessa Bailey owns it too, but she is not one of the hosts.
Oh, wow.
Like, I know Tessa Bailey's voice, she is not one of the hosts, so I don't know. But it's called Read Me Romance, and they basically
maybe she's the author behind it.
Well, it's different authors. All the books are different authors.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
But they're novellas. Basically, every week they release 2 episodes that are like a novella recording. And I've read a few of them, but warning, most of them are pretty spicy because they're novellas. But they are they're okay. Some of the ones I've listened to, like the tropes, aren't like my favorite, but if you're someone like me who loves reading, or you can listen to an audiobook, but I like listening to the Read Me Romance podcast because I think the longest one I've listened to is maybe like an hour and a half max, and so like they're so easy to listen to when I'm just doing stuff around the house.
Yeah.
Like,
versus
boom,
an audiobook.
a book is finished.
And the audiobook you really had to pay attention to. You can't just...
Well, it's like, I think they might be using the same audiobook recording. They're just putting it in their... So, like, they spend the first, like, anywhere from, like, 15 to 40 minutes, like, talking about, like, the previous book and stuff like that. I think they go live on, like, Facebook.
Okay.
I don't know all the details behind it, but it's like they go live, they talk about it, they catch up with everyone, and then it's like, okay, we're going to send you in to listen to it. And then they send you in, and it's like, so every book is like, it's like a different person doing the audio. It's not the host.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It is really interesting. You'll have to check it out. But
yeah, well.
So yeah, long story short, there are some podcast recommendations. Since we have been a little inconsistent, y'all, we're so sorry.
Oops.
We're eventually going to get back on track. Y'all just...
keep sending
bear with us.
Recommendations as well.
Send us recs. Bear with us. Once again, we appreciate any reviews, ratings, shares, follows, etc. Yes. If you're not following us on Instagram, it's wewannatalk.podcast. You can follow us there. I like to post little clippets of the episodes that we release, and that's kind of a fun way for you to get a reminder that we've released an episode. And I also typically upload the same thing to TikTok, which is at wewannatalk. So make sure you're following our socials if you're not. We also have a Facebook page. I don't really post much on the Facebook page. It's just one of those things more so where you can just look us up and see that we have a page. Yeah. And sometimes I upload stuff, sometimes I don't. But mainly on TikTok and Instagram. So make sure you go check those out. And like we said, it is our online boutique's 2nd birthday on March 4th. So
it's so hard to believe it's been 2 years. I can't believe it.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Literally insane. We've had so many people tell us to release an episode talking about the boutique, and we have. That was like episode 4 or 5, I think. I want to say it was episode 4, but if you go back to the beginning, we released a whole episode talking about Ivy & Co., how we started it, why we chose the name, etc. How you can start your own online boutique in your own business. So there's a whole episode covering that, so make sure you go listen to that. When this episode comes out, March 4th is going to already be past. But Ivy & Co. does have some really great stuff right now, y'all. Spring is here. We are getting some really fun pieces. Stuff. Some unique stuff, some colorful stuff, and you're just not going to want to miss out on any of it. So make sure you're following Ivy & Co. on Instagram. It is Shop Ivy & Co. TikTok is at Ivy & Co. And Facebook is Ivy and Company, and then we also have a VIP group that is Ivy and Co. VIP group.
Yeah, so, that was a lot of Ivy and Co.
That was. So
sorry.
A lot of We Want to Talk, a lot of Ivy and Co. So, but y'all know we gotta plug it all in.
That's our life.
So, yep. So make sure you're following all socials. Follow us on social if you want to. I mean, if you want to see more of our personal lives. And we will hopefully be back soon with some good episodes. And with that being said, I don't know when we're going to see y'all because I don't know when this episode's going out. But
we'll see y'all eventually.
See y'all soon. So, yeah. Bye, friends.
Bye.